weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Here we go, D. Watch tight end. Three down. Slam.
Be careful.
They'll run on first down. Whitley, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Whitley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Smooth. Watch the screen.
Now Jones. He's got Evans. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
On the ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a first carry for their fullback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On second down now, Whitley. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
52's the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot. Hey, Mike 52.
Ready.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check foot.
There you go.
Shift.
Protein spill.
Undercrush.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
54 Mike. Watch the curl. Check 3.
Look. Squeeze. Be careful.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Check tight.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Airing one out for Boyd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
Cincinnati.
Ready up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. X3. 218. 25.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 70. Indy.
I got you, son.
Rock it.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Check. Check. Hot. Kill. Hey, turn.
Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Check. Watch 54.
General West.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Morse. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, Gordon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Easy work. It's easy work.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone should go.
Deep grip.
On 3rd down, Morse. Airing one out for Boyd. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
They'll run on first down. Whitley, and some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49. Topper, shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 60 or. Go, go.
Watch the slant. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All day. All day. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go.
Hey, Zoo. 5.
Throwing Jones. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You got 4. You got 4.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a handoff looking right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check your hot read. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Whitley looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Whitley. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
That's it, baby. That's it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He completes it to Boyd. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
What's up?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
How do I win the giveaway?
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Quick talk now.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones.
I have 2100 subs. I can help grow your channel.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Got it.
57. I'm coming for you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones got him in. It's Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd down now, Whitley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Come on, let's go.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Morse. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go. Go. Hey, go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 13-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Jamison. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones, off play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Jones off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Morse got Gordon open, completes it. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Here we go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Whitley, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. On 1st down, Whitley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck.
Back to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
52. Flag 52. 52 is the mic.
Check pass, check pass.
52 is the mic. Right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.